Ask a chatbot about your company's refund policy. It gives you a clear, confident answer. Neatly written, totally wrong. It never read your policy. It's guessing, and it guesses well enough to fool you. RAG is how you fix that. And by the end, you'll also see why RAG can still make things up. A language model only knows what it saw in training, and training stopped at some date. It never saw your internal docs. It never saw anything from last week. Worse, when it doesn't know, it doesn't stop. It fills the gap with something plausible. That's a hallucination, confident, fluent, and tied to no source at all. RAG changes the setup. Before the model answers, you go fetch the relevant text and you put it right in the prompt. Now the model isn't answering from memory, it's answering from the page in front of it. Closed book becomes open book. Same model, much better answers because the facts are on the desk. So how does it find the right text? First, offline, you take your documents and cut them into chunks. Each chunk becomes a vector, a list of numbers that captures its meaning. That's an embedding, the same idea from the attention video. You store all of them in a vector database. Then, at a question time, you embed the question the same way, and you look for the chunks whose vectors sit closest to it. Closest in meaning, not just matching words. Those nearest chunks get pasted into the prompt. Now the model gets the question, plus the retrieved chunks. It reads them and it writes an answer grounded in that text. You can even ask it to cite which chunk it used. Ask about the refund policy now, and it quotes your actual policy because your actual policy is sitting in the prompt. Here's the part most tutorials skip. RAG is only as good as the retrieval. If the right chunk never gets pulled, the model is back to guessing, and it still won't warn you. It answers confidently on the wrong context. Bad retrieval in, confident garbage out. So when RAG fails, the model is usually not the problem. The chunking is, or the embedding, or the ranking of what came back. That's where the real work lives. Better chunks, better embeddings, and a re-ranker to sort the good context from the noise. So RAG turns a closed book model into an open book one. You stop asking it to memorize the world and start handing it the right page at the right time. And the hard part was never the model, it's the retrieval. But fetching text is just one thing an AI can do. What if it could also take actions? Not just read, but reach out and use the tools around it. For that, there's a standard called MCP. That's next.